I began with a large oil and cold wax painting that I was not happy with, and started scraping with a palette knife and just scraping off some of that beige paint to reveal the design underneath. My thought here was to get rid of those bands of color, the beige bands. They're a little bit too dominant. You can see it right there. And get the design a little more cohesive, as you can see here. This oil and cold wax is such a fun experience. All these little scrapings you can see sitting on the surface. So after I finished scraping all that beige that I wanted to scrape off, I began adding some black and some gray and some burnt sienna and some different designs. And you'll see them right here in these individual close-ups. You'll see the dark areas that I added and some of the gray. This is one of my favorite areas right there. You can see that blue-gray. And these open areas. Some of my favorites. But after sitting with this version for a couple days, I decided that I didn't love it. And I wanted to do something else, something different. And so in the next clip, you'll see where I pull off that whole layer. If you're not happy with one of your layers, as long as your underlying layer of oil and cold wax is dry, take a squeegee, put mineral spirits over the top, right? Let it set for about 30 seconds and squeegee it off. Just pull it right off. And then you can just start over. It's a wonderful thing. Holy moly. And then you might get some really fun looking stuff underneath. There's just something about this oil and cold wax. You never know what you're going to get. Very cool. And then just get the paper towel, wipe up the rest of the mess, and voila. You have a clean slate and you can start over. I didn't like the black areas. I tried several different configurations. Frustrated. I'm going to try again. I don't know if I'm going to use black. I may go back to my beige, and look who's watching us. Look at the bunny rabbit outside. What a cutie pie. Hi, baby bunny. The pleasures of living a little bit out of the city. Oh, there he goes. Now I'm putting black, pure black, over the whole surface. Oh, it's kind of scary. But that's the fun about it. You can pull it off if you want. And my favorite spot right over there, I'm going to cover that up too. Holy moly. So stay tuned. It's almost all covered up. I think I made just barely enough black to finish it up. Might be close. Oh boy. Stretch it out a little bit. Baby, I just barely got enough black made to go on this whole piece. And now it's black. That beautiful design, 24 by 36, pure black. And now the fun begins, taking it off. I'll show you the first pass as I pull this oil and cold wax off. You have to keep your squeegee at a certain angle so that you don't pull too much of it off. So it's just trial and error. This is a 6-inch speedball squeegee. So here we go. Let's try the first one. See what it looks like. Holy moly. Is that gorgeous or what? Now the challenge will be to not allow any lines to remain there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this all off and see what I get. So I pulled off all the black, and now I put some of the black back on for a design. We'll see where that goes. So I worked with it for another hour and a half maybe, adding more darks, adjusting the shapes, blending, pulling off, sprinkling with mineral spirits, and then pulling off different areas, as you can see. And then I splattered some more paint on it. You can see a little bit of the splatters there. Here's my favorite area there. It's changed quite a bit. Here's another neat little area. You can see all the texture and the depth and the history of this piece. This has been quite a fun experiment, and this is my finished piece here. (24 by 36) oil and cold wax on cradled birch panel.